Hey everyone, Kimberly Olson here, also known as the Gold Digger Girl. We are doing a podcast live stream because we need to talk about Elephant Sisters. So stay tuned. If you haven't been watching my posts on social media, you gotta go check everything out, but I'm gonna fill you in today. And this is not just about this week. This is about what we can do long term to elevate the industry. So let me go ahead. Oh, and welcome you on. Hi, how you doing? Why don't you share with me where you're tuning in from? City, state, province, country. I want to know who's representing. Where are you at today? Are you home or are you traveling right now? Do you have kiddos in school? Or are you just a free spirit keeping that summer? Keep on trucking on, right? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and record this podcast and we will get started. Welcome everyone to the Gold Digger Girls podcast, where we talk about crushing your goals and creating the life of your dreams. I'm Kimberly Olson, your hostess, and today for episode 67, we are going to talk about what it means to be an Elephant Sister. This is my self-proclaimed, by the way, Elephant Sister Week. I have a really great story for you guys about it. You're going to love it. And if you haven't noticed, if you're listening on iTunes, thank you so much. You can't see this, but go watch the video. It's on Instagram and my stories or on my business page, The Gold Digger Girl. I have a new setup. I have upgraded the podcast situation because you all should see what I have to do every week. I pull out my podcast. I have to get my keyboard moved around. I have to bring it's a whole thing. So I worked on some stuff this weekend to make things easier for me because I spent a lot of time at my desk and this is one of them. So let's just pray it stays. I built it myself. My husband's like, look at you. I'm like, I can put something together. And then I'm kind of questioning my skills at this point, but we're going to move on. Okay, this week's listener review. If you're not, please go over to iTunes and follow me over there at the Gold Digger Girl or Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever you like to listen. This week's review says, kicks my butt into gear. Just listen to my first Gold Digger podcast and I'm so inspired to work on my dream team. I feel like I didn't have any know-how, just the passion, and having this podcast is giving me those tools. Thank you, from Rachel Mayo. Girl, you're awesome. You are so welcome. I appreciate you taking the time to write a review. If you write a review, make sure you connect with me. You can email me at thegoldiggergirl@gmail.com or message me on social media, and I have a little gift for you. So we are going to talk about Elephant Sisters. So I have to tell you guys how this story came to be. You're going to love it. Okay, so I actually have been a victim of cyberbullying, and not too bad because I worked so much on my mindset, but I got to be honest with you guys. The first time it happened, someone used the C word. And if you don't know what that is, go Google it. And someone was trying to help me, but they sent me a screenshot and said, people are posting this in this group about you. So what had happened was I forgot what they were called, but there were these groups of people who were trying to kind of basically spread some negative stuff about the company I was with. And I had a huge group that I was teaching people how to build on social media. So I was a target, and someone sent me a screenshot and it had that word about me in it. And I was in tears. And I remember it was a Sunday night and I was like, I should just take the group down. And at the time the group had grown to probably, I don't know, now it's like has 12,000 people in it. Maybe had 5,000 people in it. And I was like, I should take the group down, forget it. This is horrible. And I slept on it. Thank God I slept on it, right? And I woke up and I was like, oh, heck no, not on my watch. I'm not going to cower down to some person hiding behind a freaking computer screen. Are you kidding me right now? So not only did I not take it down, I decided that I was going to be an advocate to not allow it. So when I left the company I was with before, which I love that company still, I have lots of friends there. I still use the product. This is not about that. This is about where Elephant Sisters is coming from. And when I left on great terms. I didn't cross promote or recruit. People were trying to join me because obviously I have, built up a reputation for myself, and I wouldn't send them the link to sign up. Like, I was not going to be that girl. I still to this day haven't reached out to anybody. Now people come to me and that's totally different. Anyways, there are all these lies going around about me, and I did a live on it. And I said, you know what, this is being said about me and it's not true. And here's the truth. So y'all can just stop with the mean girl, the cyberbullying. It's not okay. So since then, it's always been something that just keeps coming up for me. So one day I saw that post. I don't know if you guys have seen it. Go look it up. It's on if you go to my business page on Facebook, just kidding. If you go to my personal page on Facebook, it says Kimberly Olson manages the Gold Digger Girl and Elephant Sisters. Click there and you'll see the story. But you've probably seen that picture of the elephants floating around social media. It's female elephants. So the story is, whenever they give birth, all the elephants surround the elephant mommy giving birth to protect her Yeah, a bunch of elephants, you're not going to get through there, right? And what they do is as soon as the baby is born, they kick sand on it. I'm like making sure this podcast isn't going to fall down on me. They kick sand on it to protect its new baby skin from the sun, and they stomp and they stampede and they celebrate and they triumph and they just are shouting out their sister in glory, right? Like they would do anything to protect each other, and they do everything they can to support and uplift each other. So this was floating around, and one day I was like, oh my gosh, we should do this. We should create a movement, because right now when people ask me what I do, it's a little different because I'm an educator and a network marketing trainer, and I have other things, I'm a podcaster, I'm an author, speaker, all this stuff. But for the average network marketer out there, you're not exactly proud to say I'm in network marketing, right? Tell me the emotion you feel if this is your main deal. How do you feel when people say, what do you do? And you're going to say, I'm a network marketer, or I do direct sales. Share with me, where. I want to know, how do you feel right now when people ask you what you do? Right now, in my opinion, it's still tainted, okay? We have tarnished the name because people think of people spamming them. I'm going to post this, whoever you are. I'm not going to put your name on it. I legit message happy birthday to someone, and she responded, well, this year would be a lot better if you would join my team. I'm like, what are you talking about? So there's just so much ickiness still. We have got to stop it. So that means no cold messaging, spamming, and there's a difference between spamming and cold messaging, but just none of that stuff, okay? We don't want to guilt trip people. We don't want to do the whole, hey, I've got $100 to go before my goal. Will you buy something? It's the end of the month. Or, I'm really close to a goal. Will you buy something? All that, you would never do that if you sold, if you had a jewelry line. You wouldn't walk up to some person, a customer, and be like, hey, will you order some jewelry because the store is really close to our best month this quarter. Like, you would never do that. So all that stuff, right? Like, we got to change that, okay? And we can do it. We can absolutely do it, because there's power in strength. There's power in numbers. There's power when you have a force for good always beats the bad stuff, okay? So let's talk about what it means to be an elephant sister and how you can participate this month or this week. Now, if you're listening, you're like, she's not teaching me anything about Instagram. No, I'm not, because what could be more important than elevating this industry or you learning how to post something on Instagram? Let's be serious. Okay, so if you're still with me, you're my people. So this is how this works. An elephant sister is somebody who uplifts and supports and puts their arms around their sisters, okay? It's already hard enough to get up every day. For most of you, you have negative thoughts. You tell yourself you suck. You don't think you're good enough. Then your kids scream and you're in a bad mood. Your husband's like, why are you on your phone all the time? We don't need someone else being mean to us, okay? So an elephant sister is supportive and positive. Oh, I forgot to do my break because I was getting all feisty. Okay, I need to tell you about something real quick that I'm so excited about on my podcast. All right, so you see that was really important. Okay, so I gotta write that down because I'm gonna forget. Okay, so I don't even know what I was saying because I'm so fired up about this. Okay, so being an elephant sister, you are not allowed. This is a club, okay? When I was in second grade, I had a club in our neighborhood. Yes, I was the president. All the kids had folders. That was a club for our neighborhood. I don't even know what our mission was. We made tree forts and stuff. You want to be in this club with me? I would love to have you. To get in the club, you cannot cyberbully and you cannot do any mean girl stuff. That means, number one, you cannot turn people into compliance. What you're going to do is get your big girl panties on and you're going to message that person and say, hey girl, which I have done many times. Hey girl, wanted to let you know you actually can't post that. That's against the policies and procedures. If you're not sure, here's the email to compliance. You might want to check that out. I just wouldn't want your account to get jeopardized. Do you know how many people have messaged back and said, Kimberly, thank you so much. I had no idea. So if you're going around turning people into compliance, you're hiding behind your computer screen and it's just crap, okay? I'm so sick of it. I literally just had another person get turned into compliance. I do work with dozens and dozens of companies because of all the different people that are in my stuff. See that? So don't worry if you're like, is it me? What happened? I work with tons of people, okay? But I gotta tell you, it makes me sick to my stomach, and the person who's doing it is weak, okay? So that's just been said, and I feel very strongly about this. The other thing is the whole mean girl cyberbullying. Okay, let's just take this to real life. So you're sitting in the you're in the lounge at school. You've got your teacher. So you've got some teachers, you've got the counselor, maybe an assistant principal. It's the end of the school year and you're all having lunch. One of the teachers says, you know what? I think I'm actually going to go pursue there's an opening at this elementary school. It's closer to my house. I'm going to go pursue that. There's not one person in that room that would be like, you're leaving our school? I can't believe this. You suck. Nobody would do that. Of course, they wouldn't want her to leave because they care about her, but they wouldn't be like, oh, well, you can't do that. You need to stay with us forever. You signed a contract. So for everybody who is shaming people, if they want to go leave and do another company, you know what I suggest is have an abundant mindset, bless and release. I have had several girls that joined my team this year that thought, oh, awesome, I get to work with Kimberly. It's going to be amazing. And sometimes the grass is greener on the other side. So it's not what they thought, or there were some things that they needed to develop, right? And some skill sets that even working with me, there's some things that we need to work on. Or they get with the product and they're like, it's not my thing. Like, I'm not passionate about sharing this. And something else comes along. You know what I do? I say, oh, I'm so excited for you. Let me know if I can do anything for you. And you know what they do? They come back and say, I have a question about this, or I want to ask you about this, or what do you think about this? And I still maintain that relationship. And you know what? I'm paying it forward, and it's going to help them to go out and be a better network marketer. What is their association with me now? They're like, wow, Kimberly's in my corner. She genuinely, this is the bottom line. And I know I'm getting so fired up about this. This makes me so angry. This is the bottom line. You are freaking fake if you're going to be kind to someone just because they're in your downline. Yeah. It's true. You are so fake, because if that person's making you money and they leave and now you don't want to have a relationship with them and you don't care about them and you're going to be mean. Now, if the person is stealing your people and cross recruiting and they're not following the grace period, that's a little different. Okay. You need to talk to them about them and say, hey, you really can't do that. You don't want to burn bridges, and that's just not good business practice. Okay. That's another situation. But most people just want to move on. Most people want to go do something else, right? So why would we sit there and bring people down and make them feel bad? And if you're trying to scare people like, oh my gosh, you better not go do that, that is a scarcity mindset, and it never serves you long term, and it doesn't make that person feel good. I would recommend supporting them, blessing and releasing them, and being a real elephant sister, okay? Can we just chill out a little bit? Okay, and now let's talk about constructive, because now I can just be done venting. Every so often, I just have to bring a little sass. Okay, so this is what we're going to do this week. Someone told me that September, I should just Google it while we're talking right now. So September 22nd is supposedly Global Elephant Day or something. 22nd. Now, the funny part is, so someone told me, oh my gosh, September 22nd is Elephant Day. It's amazing. You got to do something with that. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Okay, so then the other day, someone told me it was Rhino Day. So I was like, what is happening right now? Okay, according to nationaldaycalendar.com, September 22nd is National Elephant Appreciation Day, okay? So what we're gonna do this whole week, because that's a Sunday, is we are doing #ElephantSister. So use that hashtag wherever you can, or if you're in a hurry, #ES. #ElephantSister or #ES is what you're gonna wanna tag, and I'll be looking, and I'm gonna randomly repost some of the stuff I see out there. This week, what I want you to do is I want you to focus on your sisters. I want you to look for ways to shout them out, celebrate them. So what does this look like? Maybe you do a post. Lindsay Sewell is really good at this. She just did one of a girl that she works with. Maybe you grab someone on your team, or someone that you have just seen on social media, or maybe someone that made a difference in your life, and you create a post just about that person, and you explain why you want to shout that person out, why they're so awesome. Another thing you can do is post in your stories about that person. You could do a little video clip really quick talking about how great they are. You could also, this is huge, take a screenshot of their post, anything that they've done in their stories or on Facebook or over on Instagram. You can use the airplane and share it into your stories. Repost their content and say, go follow this person. That's amazing. What better compliment to have someone say, go follow you. Make sure you tag that person if you do a screenshot so they get notified, and use the #ES or #ElephantSisters so that way they can know about it as well. And you know what? If you're doing a Facebook Live, shout a sister out. What is someone that you want to just say, hey, I just wanted to tell so-and-so, thank you so much, and explain why. And it's those little things that people don't expect that really makes a difference. And when we start thinking about looking for the good, okay, it's kind of like this. Have you ever noticed I'll give you an example. When I got my Lexus, what did I notice on the road everywhere? Lexus. Okay, because I was focused on that. When I focus on manifesting a dime, I will legit see dimes everywhere. Okay, it's the same thing. When you focus on the good and you're like looking for good things to shout people out, you train your brain to look for the good. So by us doing this, people are gonna notice and they'll be like, wow, those direct salespeople are really nice. They're always saying good things about each other. It's like, I wonder, that seems like something I would want to be a part of. Do you see the difference versus buy my stuff, join my team, I'm awesome? That's about you. What can we do to just quietly let people notice who we are and they want to know more? That's when you get the messages where people go, I've been following you for a while and I really like what I'm seeing. Can you tell me more about what you do? I get those messages all the time. And I really believe it's because of what we're talking about today, okay? So that's your mission this week, is look for ways to lift each other up and shout each other out. Tag me, just put ES, hashtag Elephant Sisters, and I'll be looking. I'll use those search words to be able to find those posts out there, and I'll repost too. And then if you are watching this on Facebook, because this is going to premiere, if you put LINK, you are going to get the link to my Instagram webinar. I haven't done it for over a year. Okay, so get in there. I think we're at capacity, so I might have to create another one, but whatever, just click the link. And then also next week, if you want to learn how to use Trello to create your DMO, your daily method of operations, your activity tracker, like how do you use Trello to go check, because we are a little disorganized. I love all of you, but we got to work on that. So you need a way to keep track. Did I do my friend request? Did I do my mindset? Did I do my post? Did I do my reach outs? Terry, Carrie, and I are teaming up and we're co-teaching a workshop next week, DMO Domination with Trello. So if you want that'll be sent to you in Messenger if you're on Facebook. If you're on Instagram, just message me and I'll get you. Oh, actually click my link tree. I'll make a note. I'll update my link tree right now as soon as we get off. I've got to Zoom here in a few minutes, but because I went on a rant, because that's what happens sometimes. So I'll update my link tree for you. Check my link tree. It's the link in my bio on Instagram, and all of this will be there. If you want to get on my wait list for Goal Digger University, you can also check that out there as well. Okay, I'm going to pop off. Thanks for being the kind of people I can just be honest with. Add a little spin, little fire here. And let's make this week awesome. Okay, until next time, go out there and crush your goals and create the life of your dreams.